You can't bungle that car behind you. Tell us about that concept car.
We're absolutely fascinated with this car. You know, it's our statement, concept statement of our way to enter the hot, booming crossover segment. It's booming. You know that from walking around the show here. But this is our indication that we're going to enter that segment and we're going to make a statement because maybe we're coming to the party just a little bit late, but we're going to be noticed.
Okay, so you're acknowledging that you're a little late to the crossover.
A little bit late, yeah. But we started the whole concept with RAV4, but the RAV4 grew, so it's covered a lot of markets in the rest of the world. But as that car grew, we want to go back to where RAV4 was, of course in a different way. You can see here, quite expressive. I think it also indicates that Toyota's taking a lot more risk and more exciting designs than we've ever had in the past. Now, Akio Toyota is behind all this, pushing us, pushing the designers to make sure that we really make a statement.
It's a concept car now. When might we see it on the market?
I can't say exactly when.
Give us a time frame.
Well, you know, 1 year's too soon, 3 is probably too late, so
2016.
You can start guessing.
2016.
You can start guessing.
Okay. And then give me an idea of what your sales targets are even that far along.
Yeah, so, you know, we've been growing for the last 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row, every year 20, 30,000 units. So I heard you earlier talk about the malaise. You know, we still think that we can manage our own business in Europe and do that well. We've been growing steadily. Our market share is growing a little bit. And as Didier said earlier in the presentation, we're profitable for 2 to 3 years in a row now. So we run a profitable business in Europe. It's kind of unique. We've got a very high hybrid mix here in Europe, which goes counter to the normal business.
Well, walk me through that hybrid business.
Yeah, so in the past, people said you needed to have a diesel in Europe to succeed. Actually, now we're 20% hybrid mix in Europe of our total lineup. If you take the cars that we actually sell hybrid in, Yaris, 1 and 3 is a hybrid. In Auris, our Golf competitor, 1 and 2 is a hybrid. So we are extremely hybrid oriented, and we think it's the future, and we're proving that.
It's not quite hybrid, but it is involving 2 different types. You and BMW cooperating on fuel cells. How's it going?
I think, first of all, the cooperation between the companies. Culture means everything. You know this from your business reporting. Cultures either work or don't work, but the good news is the BMW Toyota culture is very good. So that can only lead to some good results. I can't say a lot about that, but we're working on some pretty interesting things with them.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a tease. Again, we're an auto show, not a strip tease. We've got to keep this clean. But when you say interesting things, does that mean a joint produced vehicle?
I think the technology first. Technology first, and then we're working on a sports car feasibility study. I think maybe late this year, early next year, we can share with you news on that.
Give us a little bit, as much as you can, about the sports car.
Sports car is going to be ultra sexy, fantastic design. You've seen some hints maybe through some of our concepts with Toyota before. And we need sports cars in the Toyota lineup to put that energy back into the brand. You know,
I was speaking with Martin Winterkorn from Volkswagen last night, and I told him, you know, Toyota's still #1. They wanna, you know, supplant you in that spot. You confident in your global position?
Are we confident? We're not chasing Volkswagen. It's not part of our game. I know this is disappointing to your readers. It's not part of our game plan. We want to make sure we have a really strong business, profitable business, and if we grow and we become #1, great. That's an outcome. It's kind of the end result. So we want to make sure that our company is really solid and we expand in all the regions of the world, of course, even the difficult ones like Europe, and I think we're proving that.
The most difficult region in Europe has to be Russia. What are your forecasts?
Russia's going well for us, surprisingly. We have a different model portfolio than most other car companies. We have a very high-end, mainstream, I would call it, mix. We sell Camry and above, including some strong SUV lines. Our sales are only down a few percentage points. The market's down 20, 23%. We've gained market share in Russia since the crisis, up from 6.5 to 7.5 points.
And then what did 2015 Russia continue to gain?
The market itself, as you know from talking to all the executives, is definitely going to be down to about 2.1 million is what everyone's saying. So we're going to have to fight in a smaller pie, but we're going to try to hold our volume in a similar level. That's our goal.
Well, I wish you the best of luck at that goal, and I hope to see this here in 2016. Guy, I think it's pretty clear. We're going to see this concept car on the market in 2016. We'll fire up that work Amex and get you one shipped over.